You know, this revolution is filled with so many ironies, really. First, you tell us that it is manly to keep your word, right? If you are a man, you keep your word. And now all of the black people in this country are demanding, and even the black people in the whole world are demanding, is that you keep your word. You told us we were free. Well, then show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well, then stick to your word and let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man, you're a woman, you're afraid of us, you're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground, that we will match you and we will override you.
It's good, family. Anybody that's going to check this out today on YouTube, my marginalized Facebook platform. I'm banned on Facebook right now on my government platform, so I had to go through Kiefer's page, but that's okay. They can't keep me down, y'all. They can't keep me down. So, you know, it's what they gonna do, I guess. But, you know, what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna keep rolling. So I had to get this off my chest because, you know, I always juggle, you know, Michael and Prince back and forth. But if y'all really know me, y'all know that I rocks with the King of Pop. You know, I rocks with the King of Pop, you know, through all his trials and tribulations when he was amongst the living. You know, I felt it was propaganda. And as I've told many people on this planet, I've told many of people on this planet that there is no way that Michael Jackson wouldn't be in prison today, because he'd still be living had they not killed him. There'd be no way that if they could have put Michael Jackson in prison, they wouldn't have. They put Bill Cosby in prison. They put Bill Cosby in prison. They put the most famous dad of American TV in prison. So it is what it is. Sister Riri, appreciate you coming through. Friedman, my cousin Kiki up in here. I don't see you a lot, Kiki, but I appreciate you. rock with me today. I got some things to get off my chest. Let me go on and come up a little bit. Just so y'all see. Oh shit, wait a minute. Just so y'all know. Let me blow it up. Just to let y'all know where I'm at right now. This week is Ohio State week here in Michigan. And Kiki is all the way in the ATL. She has been an ATLian most of her life now, but she still rocks with the maize and blue. So y'all got to understand what's going on back there. That's all maize and blue. I changed my mic screen today. You know, I'm usually rocking with the red mic screen. Can't do that this week. I got to go with the maize mic screen today. And we're gonna drop this off. We're gonna drop the Scully off because even though the Scully says Michigan, you know, I wear it backwards, but the Scully says Michigan. We're going to go with the straight game because that's what I'm about to give you. I'm about to give you straight game. So, you know, we might as well have the maize and blue straight game if we're going to do any straight game. So let's just get with it, you know. Let me get this music out my ears. If y'all hearing a little humming sound, that's a fan that I got going because I might get the blowing up in here. As a matter of fact, let me just start out early. I gotta get a lighting apparatus. So yeah, we in here today. So I gotta get this off because they didn't just tell Chris Brown the American Music Awards. We know what this is about. This is about the American Music Awards canceling Chris Brown's performance. If you're a little slow on it, let me put you up on game real quick. Chris Brown was slated to perform at the American Music Awards, and they canceled his performance. And they knew he had a performance scheduled for the 40th anniversary of Michael Jackson's release of Thriller. Now, the actual anniversary, I believe, is on the 30th. I got a slide on that, so I'm gonna put that up in just a second. I think let's go ahead and add that now. The actual 40th anniversary date is the 30th, but the award show was last night on the 20th. So Chris, being who he is, and I know Chris has done some fucked up shit out here. A lot of people don't rock with Chris because of the way he's gone with his life, but he's still one of the most talented out here. So I still fucks with him because he pays homage to the legends. He pays homage to people who put him up on game. Because if there was no Michael Jackson, there would be no Chris Brown. We got to understand that. And I think the people that are going to watch this video will understand that. And the people who don't understand that, and they're just Chris Brown fans, y'all better go back and watch some of them videos. I got my 3-year-old granddaughter up on Michael Jackson right now. She won't even eat her breakfast without looking at the little boy that's Caleb's size. I want to look at the little boy like Caleb. Yeah, because she knows her history at 3 years old. She knows her musical history. I can't just put her up on all this mumble mouth rapping and all this thoughting and all that stuff. No, they got to go history first. If that's what they're going to go to after they leave the nest, then that's what they're going to go to. But they're going to have to know the history first. And her history starts where my history starts. And my history started with Michael Jackson. So little Michael Jackson, okay? Little Michael Jackson. So Chris was going to do this performance, and for some reason, they told him no. They told him no, that he couldn't do his performance, and I'm not sure exactly why. Ain't got to the bottom of that yet. Maybe some of these big-time podcasters who get a lot of people that call in and comment and send them DMs, maybe they know, because I don't know. I'm a little outfit. I even got the maize and blue hoodie on. We already know what it is, but it's maize and blue too. So just understand, I'm maize and blue all week long, okay? No need to talk shit. They undefeated, we undefeated, you know? No need to talk shit. Let's just play the game on Saturday. But before Saturday, we're going to talk shit. But anyways, I'm looking at where the American Music Awards had the gall to disrespect Michael Jackson, Michael Joseph Jackson, the way they did. I got a problem with it. Because truthfully, if Michael Jackson hadn't came along and made that show spectacular in the late 70s and early 80s, go back and look at them performances. Go back and look when he swept the awards in 84. If he had not made it popular, the American Music Awards will be nothing. Because we're going to talk about where the American Music Awards started too. But I'm going to cook this slow. I've been cooking all day. I ain't even been at the stove, but I've been cooking all day. I've had to cook all day. See, I've had some people running at me about some other things, some personal things, but we ain't going to talk about that. We're going to stay in pocket today. Because I'm going to get them tomorrow when I can get back on that government name platform, because that's really who needs to hear all that. Where I'm coming from today, it's going to go through the YouTube platform. It's going to go through the Freedman Media platform, and it'll come through there tomorrow. But what's going to happen today is about yesterday, and that was the American Music Awards nixing Chris Brown's performance. I don't like that shit at all. So hopefully, we'll have some better understanding as to why they disrespect us continuously and disrespect our legends and our legacies continuously, because that's what it all boils down to. That's why Freedman Media exists. I just ain't about reparations. I'm about repair. And until we are repaired as a people and we get our just due out here, Freedman Media is going to need to exist as a channel. It's going to have to exist with my 500 and something subscribers. It's going to have to. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel and you're in here looking, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Freedman Media 1874. That 1874 wasn't the name that they gave me, the number they gave me, because somebody else had. 1874 is when Granville Rowley was born. Okay? My great-great-great-granddaddy was born 9 years up out of slavery. Okay? That's why there's an 1874. Some of y'all just take the name they generate. No, I took the name that generated me. So let's just drop down into this so y'all can see what's popping. Michael Jackson released his sixth studio album, Thriller, on November 30th, 1982. With sales estimated to be over 70 million copies worldwide. Thriller became the world's best-selling album. The album was the first in history to yield 7 top 10 singles. 7. That's a whole album and shit. 7. The success of Thriller put Jackson into the dominating position of pop music, becoming an international pop cultural icon, which he was already anyway. They try to make it look like Thriller just took him to the other stratosphere. Michael Jackson was already there. He had got there with Off the Wall. He had got there with the Jacksons. He had got there with Jackson 5. He was already world renowned. Thriller just put a stranglehold on the music industry at that point. He put a stranglehold on the music industry. That's what they don't want to say. Michael Jackson had a stranglehold on the music industry. So yes, what up, family? Anybody that's checking me out on YouTube, checking out the Twitter feed, checking out the Kiefer Brotherland page, because the government page, I'm banned from it. They banned me from it. I said I was jokingly going to punch my grandson in the chest because that unibrow about to get sexy to these little young girls out here. He don't like it. But I already told him, you wait for that unibrow. You wait on that unibrow. Because there's been a lot of unibrows. Kids probably didn't like them unibrows until some girl said, oh, that's cute. And when they say it's cute, then that ego going to go through the roof, and that's when I'm about to hit him in his chest. But then, yeah, they banned me because I said I was going to hit my grandson in his chest, even though I was joking. It's a long story, y'all. I don't follow community guidelines, y'all. I get it. And this is probably going to jump in the algorithm, and they probably going to ban me for another 3-4 days. Whatever. It is what it is. But I'm going to tell you what it ain't. And it ain't right. We might know what it is, but I'm going to tell you what it ain't. It ain't right what they did to Chris Brown. Because they didn't just cancel Chris Brown's performance. They canceled Michael Jackson's legacy. Did anybody else talk about the 40th anniversary of Thriller last night extensively? Did they have a lot of long videos? Did they do a choreographed dance? I would have only wanted to see Chris Brown or Usher do it. I really wouldn't have wanted to see anybody else do a Michael Jackson review or a Michael Jackson tribute other than Chris Brown or, Usher. I don't think anybody else can hold that up right now. My brothers, Be the Powers up in this joint. Shout out to them brothers. They always keep me correct where this reparation space is, where this repair space is, this social justice space is. I don't know all the stuff that I need to know out here, but what I do know, A lot of it I can definitely get to these brothers out here because they rock in the right space. They rock in the right space. So I appreciate the family coming through, saying hello. Y'all got to understand when I'm talking about a lot of stuff as far as repair, because I've really tried to just peel back a little bit on the reparations term. Reparations is everywhere now. Reparations done got sexy to say. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that everybody's saying they need reparations. They can get reparations. They want reparations. No. There's only one people on the face of this earth that haven't gotten paid, that haven't been repaired, that haven't been restored, and that's American freedmen. And that's who deserves reparations. Now, I'm not saying anybody else hasn't had a plight. I'm not saying anybody else hasn't been discriminated against. I'm talking about the biggest, the most detrimental debt in captivity, and it's owed to American freedmen. So yeah, shout out to Be the Power. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. If y'all can do that in the link, hit that thing in the link. I don't know how YouTube really works. Hit that and make sure you subscribe to that channel. But yeah, we get up in here with Chris Brown rehearsing. He done put up the rehearsal video. So he got proof that he was ready to do his damn thing. Chris was ready to do his damn thing. But instead, they took it from him. Okay? They took it from him. He was in there in the rehearsal hall with his people, ready to do the damn thing, emulating the Thriller dance and whatnot. But no, they took it from him. And that means they took it from Michael. They took it from Michael. Even in death, Michael Joseph Jackson can't get his just due from the American Music Awards. Now, I'm waiting to see what the Grammys gonna do. The Grammys can show their whole ass too, and I'm going to be right back up on this motherfucker. Okay? See, what you not going to do is keep disrespecting our people, especially when they're not here to fight. Because Michael would have been right down front if Chris Brown was doing a tribute to him for the 40th anniversary of Thriller. He'd have been right down front. He might have even got Emmanuel Lewis to come up in that joint. I don't think he could pick Emmanuel up the way he did back in 84. I don't think he can pick Emmanuel's ass up the way he did in 1984. Emmanuel done packed on a few. And shout out to Webster. Webster's a cool brother. Webster, I like Webster. I ain't saying no, I ain't throwing no shade at Webster. Webster's a cool brother. I guess they've been calling Webster broke. Been saying Webster broke. Webster had to show him his house. He's like, I ain't got no mortgage. As a matter of fact, I ain't never had a mortgage. He had to flex on him. It was cool to see Webster flex. It was, when you see a 4-foot brother flex, that's cool, dog. That's cool. See, he don't let his size fuck with him. And he's never let his size fuck with him. And he's never let it get to his head. But I love the fact that he had to just come on screen and be like, y'all been talking all kind of shit about I ain't got no money. You see this house? This house ain't got no mortgage. As a matter of fact, I ain't never had a mortgage. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Loved every bit of it. Go ahead, Webster. So yeah, back to the history. This album comes out in 1982. It was late 82, okay? So remember, it rolled all the way through 83. And then when the American Music Awards come out, bam, Michael. Okay? Everybody got to remember this. Got to remember this. Michael owned the radio. He owned the radio from 1982, late 82, all the way till damn near 85. Michael and Prince bumped heads with Thriller and Purple Rain. Everybody remembers this. Everybody remembers this. Michael and Prince bumped heads with Purple Rain. My brother Tony D, what's good to you, bro? I got a musical cast for you, Tony. So you can stick around to this. I know you don't like sticking around when I be talking about the politics and shit, but go ahead and stick around. I'm gonna talk about some music today. Tony say, you be getting a little heavy on me, nigga. You got to slow it up a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it light today. Not really though, because I'm on that ass about Mike. But good to see you, brother. Always good to see the freemen in the house. Happy belated Veterans Day to you as well. You know I'm a clown, baby. You know I'm a clown with you. from the Haps days. Man, I was going back looking at some of them old Haps clips. Oh my goodness, we had some things going on. They fucked that platform up, dog. They fucked that platform up. They should have just let us rock the way we was rocking. We have people from here to Madagascar tuning in, checking out all them casts. Great spaces. But when Michael did what he did with Thriller, it changed the music industry. It changed radio. It changed everything. It truly did. Let's do it. We'll get back at it. As a matter of fact, I got a new platform I'm developing about relationships. And me and you, we could probably talk for an hour apiece just based on what we've been through about relationships. But I think we need to slide a female up in there too so we can get that other side. Work on that. Work on getting us a open-minded sister. Get T-Roni, get anybody. Get an open-minded sister to come in there so we can really get busy and talk about some relationships of all kinds, all types. And the channel is Relationship. If anybody, I'm sure everybody in here ain't subscribed to it because I just put them up. I got a relationship platform on YouTube. It's called Relationship. That's Relationship with 2 T's, no P's, 2 T's, okay? Subscribe to that. We about to talk about relationships on all levels, all types, all categories, because I think we fail at that. What is the moniker? Ray actually made the moniker up. One of the greatest things that we have is communicating with each other. One of the worst things that we have is communicating with each other. I said it kind of just go to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I should have about 4 or 5 subscribers when I get off here today. Let's go. So, relationship. You know when our relationships become relationship, so we're just going to be talking relationship. But we'll be talking about relationships. Come on now. Stay with me, Tony. Stay with me, baby. So, this album revolutionized pop music. It's really where he became the king of pop. It's where they gave him his crown. We had already seen that Michael was the king of pop. We had already known him be the king of pop. But once they gave him the title, then they thought it was like, okay, it's like how they do y'all with Martin Luther King's birthday. They make y'all celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday on the 20th, the 19th, the 18th, the 21st. I celebrate his birthday on the 15th. Mrs. King gave birth to Martin on the 15th. That's when I say happy birthday, Martin. The rest of the motherfucking days, I ain't got nothing to do with. Okay? Okay? So, we're going to fast forward 40 years. You see how easy I can do that? Like a time machine. Let's go to 40 years in. We 40 years in now, y'all, on Thriller. The 40th anniversary edition reissue of American singer Michael Jackson's 6th album Thriller. From 1982, they still getting money out of Thriller's ass. They still getting money out of Thriller's ass, but Chris Brown can't do a tribute to him on the AMAs. They don't want Chris Brown to pay homage, but they'll still get paid off of our homie. Can't pay homage, but you get paid off the homie. I like the way I spun that. I'm kind of lyrical today. Y'all better watch out. When I start throwing them, just duck. The original album has sold 70 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling album of all time. Thriller 40 was re-released November 18th, right before the AMAs. Right before the AMAs. I wonder how many copies they sold between the 18th and last night. Huh? Cooperation with Epic and Legacy Recordings and MJJ Productions. It is his first posthumous album. I've always had a problem with that word. In 5 years. I guess so, nigga. He dead. He dead. He ain't making no more records. But y'all still getting paid off of Mike. Y'all still getting paid off of Mike. I didn't watch last night. Once I found out Riri that they wasn't going to let Chris perform, I said, fuck him. I said, fuck him. He wanted to do a tribute to this brother, and they said no. I said, fuck him. And see, a couple people done said, well, you know, he didn't come to the award show. Nah, what's the point of coming? I can't do me.
Chris is a performer. He was coming to perform. They still gave him a funky ass award, and Kelly Rowland accepted it for him. Shout out to Kelly Rowland. Shout out to Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland's still the finest person in Destiny's Child. I know everybody want to try to say that Beyonce's the finest one in Destiny's Child, but Kelly was the finest one in Destiny's Child. Just like Pam was finer than Gina. People don't like saying that. They always want to give it to the light-skinned. I get it. But Kelly was the finest out of Destiny's Child, and Gina was finer than Pam on Martin. It is what it is. Facts on facts. It's like Lord Albert says, just the facts, nigga. Well, he don't say nigga. I say nigga. I just throw that in there. Had to say nigga. I don't want him to copyright infringe me and shit. Hopefully he don't copyright infringe me. Tone Talks might be listening and shit. Calling YouTube and shit. But it's all good. Shannon U.S. Freeman up in the house. What's up, fam? So, yeah. This album gets put out. They say it's his first one. Of course it's his first one. He ain't made an album since he's been dead. See, that's what they like. They want him to come back with some new music. There's probably a whole lot of music. I don't know if it's ever going to get recorded. I don't know if he had music stocked up like Prince. I really don't think so, truthfully. Because if they could have made money off of Mike by now, they'd have started making money off of Mike, especially during COVID. Especially Thriller, The Lost Tracks, Billie Jean acapella, Billie Jean violin version, Billie Jean. No, nigga. If they could have made some money off of Mike since his death, they'd have made it. Trust me. Trust me. But yeah. So now we've got this situation here where they release this album after it had been re-released in 2001. It had been released in 2001. The album came out in 82, and in 2001, they released it for the 20-year anniversary. Now they have a re-release for the 40-year anniversary. They are trying to drain Thriller. But see, the people that didn't get it in 82, like all of us in the chat, I know all y'all got Thriller in 82. The people that didn't get it in 01 is going to get it in 22. They know it's one of the most bankable products ever. I still say Off the Wall was a better album, but don't tell nobody I said that shit. Off the Wall was a better album than Thriller, but just don't tell nobody. It's just 6-7 of us that's going to see this video anyway. So don't tell nobody, but Off the Wall is a better album. Facts on facts. So, you making money off the brother. People out here redoing his songs. Chris Brown wants to come up and pay tribute to him during his performance for you. He was going to do a performance because he obviously had been told, yeah, you're probably going to win the award, so go ahead and perform. He thought it would be a good idea, since it's the 40th year anniversary, to do a tribute. So why'd they nix it? I want to know. I want to know why they nixed it. It was Riri. It was a banger. There's songs on that I still listen to weekly. Can't Help It is still one of my jams, one of the most underrated jams out. One of the most underrated jams out. All right, we done smoking. I'm talking too much, and once I cough, that's it. Can't impede the recording. Woo. Okay. So Chris Brown thinks of this. His people think of this. I'm not sure if he actually did it himself, but somebody came up with a brilliant idea for him to do a tribute. Who made the decision? Who made the decision on the American Music Awards staff to say, nah, dog, we don't want you paying tribute to Michael Jackson on the 40th anniversary of Thriller? Still the biggest rated, highest rated show that they've ever had. You do understand me. Michael Jackson made the AMAs. Now, I know the show came out in the early 70s, but the AMAs struggled. Hell, for several years, they had some old whack-ass host. People wasn't really showing up because it wasn't the Grammys. Only people that was really showing up was people that was like, oh, I know I ain't going to get a Grammy, so I'm going to show up and get this. But it was not the renowned show of the Grammys. It wasn't respected like the Grammys. And the person that created, I don't even respect him anymore after I done seen all the dirt that he tried to pull on brothers and sisters back in the day. Y'all know who created the American Music Awards. And his name is what I think he is now. God damn it. His name is what I think he is now. Rest in peace. I think he dead. Ain't he dead? I think he dead. He dead. Yeah, he died. I think he gone. Maybe he gone. I don't know. Let me see if he gone. If he ain't gone, let me take my rest in peace back. But I think he gone. Yeah, he died. He died 10 years ago. Then did he die the same year Michael Jackson died? I thought Michael Jackson died around then. When did Michael Jackson die? No, Michael Jackson died 3 years before. Damn, Michael been gone 13 years? Don't seem like that long. Don't seem like Mike been gone 13 years. You know why? Because they keep playing his goddamn music. Because his music won't die. Michael Jackson's music ain't gonna die. His music will never die. From I Want You Back all the way through his catalog. It will never, ever die. And they know this. People still talking about Michael Jackson today, but you don't hear him really talking about Elvis. You don't really hear him talking about Jerry Lee Lewis. I guess he just died. Well, he had been dead, but he was amongst the living. Any of them other people out there that they wanted to call the kings. The kings. I don't think their music still on the same wavelength as Michael Jackson's music. I mean, I know there's Elvis fans out there that love Elvis, and that's all they listen to is Elvis. But if I'm going to listen to Elvis, I might as well listen to Chuck Berry. If I'm going to listen to Elvis, I might as well listen to Big Mama Thornton. If I'm going to listen to Elvis, I might as well listen to Fats Domino. If I'm going to listen to Elvis, I might as well listen to B.B. King. Don't get me started, nigga. All due respect to Elvis Presley and his hips. But Elvis Presley couldn't dance like Michael, James, Jackie, anybody. But he tried to dance like him. Well, not Michael, because Michael was well after he got his thing in. But you can't tell me that Elvis didn't want to dance like James Brown, that he didn't want to dance like Jackie Wilson. They didn't want to dance like all them, the Cadillacs and the Platters and all them other black artists that was out there. Shit. You know, he wanted to. Otis Blackwell. People don't imitate Elvis, but they imitate Michael. You don't ever see no kids out here imitating Elvis, but they imitate Michael. Only young artist I heard about imitating Elvis was Bruno Mars. But don't Bruno Mars imitate Michael? I need to talk to you, Bruno. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I told y'all I was going to stop smoking, but I got to get back in here. Got another Friedman in here. LD Ward. What's up, Fearless? When the Friedman family comes through, I just get a different type of energy. Y'all got to understand me. I get a different type of energy. Ain't no energy like Friedman energy. Trying to tell you. So I just want to feel good about something that the American Music Awards did here. There was a reason why they got rid of this performance, why they nixed this performance. But I ain't heard nothing good come of it yet. And the fact that Chris didn't show up to even do his performance lets me know I need to rock with Chris. I need to rock with Chris. I ain't really listening to none of his new music. I still go back, to them days when he was doing the songs back when my daughters were young. I still listen to all that. I'll be honest with you. I don't listen to a lot of his new stuff. I listen to a lot of the old stuff. My problem was they started to make his music sound like everybody else's music. And I felt like he was the leader and they should have kept uplifting him. Just like I stopped listening to people like Usher. When Usher started sounding like everybody else, I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all sounded like legends to bees. Y'all was sounding like young Michaels, dancing like young Michaels. Why y'all jumping into that pool? Into that filled up, filthy pool, But I'll still rock with Chris. Hey, I'm going to probably go watch This Christmas Today. I'll watch This Christmas Today and just fast forward to when he sung This Christmas. That's one of the best scenes. To that goddamn Columbus Short with his little violent ass, got him kicked up out the club and shit. You know what? I saw things when I saw that movie. I was like, uh-oh, he got a violent streak. And now look at him now. I say art imitates life, not life imitates art. And Columbus had some issues then. His little wife had his nose wide open, boy. That's why I try to tell these brothers, just because she light-skinned it, don't get it twisted. You still a man. Freed man. Don't let it get you so fucked up out here that your ass end up in cuffs. And that's what happened in This Christmas. And it's done happen a couple other times too in real life. Shit. But anyways, my thing is American Music Awards did this strategically because they lost a lot of points with a lot of people. Chris Brown was scheduled to perform. People got tickets based on Chris Brown coming there to perform. Why did they nix his performance when they found out that he was going to be doing a Michael Jackson tribute? They wanted him in the audience. They wanted him to accept his award. They wanted him to perform. Why wouldn't they let him perform Michael's tribute? Because I know they still ain't trying to say some shit. I mean, Michael's name is clean. Michael's name is clear. Until Gayle King or W. Kamau Bell or, some battery in the back nigga comes up with some new allegations from some new accuser. Y'all couldn't get him when he was alive. Now y'all ain't gonna get him when he's dead. All they wanted was paydays. You're like, well, Michael paid people. Yeah, he paid people to shut the fuck up. He didn't pay people because he was guilty. He paid them to shut the fuck up. After a while, you just get tired of people. Give him 50,000. Give him 100,000. Go in that shoebox over there. I got some money. Go in there in that shoebox. Michael gave people money just to go away. He didn't give money because he was guilty, because if he was guilty, he'd have ended up in the same place that Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable ended up. Shit. They wanted Michael so bad. And when they figured out, like, oh, shit, we really don't have nothing here, they had to let it go. Looks like Another Love TKO. So I have a problem. I just got a problem with the American Music Awards now, I mean, this man has done nothing but been an incredible force in music since he was 9 years old. 9 years old. And he continues to be a ridiculous force and influence to young artists out here. But you take him and throw him in the trash on the 40th anniversary of the biggest selling album of all times. I wonder if somebody wanted to do a tribute to Elvis, would they nix their performance? Would they take their performance and put it in the trash? If somebody wanted to do a tribute to what was it? You know, I got some shit I want to say too. I got some shit I want to say. You know, I already told you I'm deep with this now. Let me go on and get back up in here. Yeah, I got the American Music Awards brought up. I had to minimize the screen. Who was that? Let me see. Special awards. What about the Beatles? What if somebody wanted to do a tribute to the Beatles? You think that like Hanson, ain't that a group? Ain't that a boy group? What if Hanson wanted to do a tribute to the Beatles? You think somebody would nix their performance if they were nominated for an award and scheduled to perform? And I'm picking people that played instruments. I mean, I could pick NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys, but them niggas didn't play no instruments. They just danced. You know who they danced like? Michael Jackson and his brothers. So I want to talk about bands. If a band wanted to do a tribute to the Beatles, do you think they would nix their performance? Information Man, what's up, brother? Is it your birthday today? Happy birthday. Because you know I'm banned on Facebook, so I can't say it on Facebook, but I believe it's your birthday, if I'm not mistaken. And if it is your birthday, happy birthday. If I'm belated, happy belated birthday. I'm in Facebook jail without the bail. So yeah, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, you know, if somebody wanted to do them and put a tribute together, I bet you they wouldn't nix their performance. I bet you. If somebody wanted to do a Jerry Lee Lewis performance, I don't know who would be brave enough to do that. I don't know who will be brave enough to do that, but somebody probably gonna. Somebody gonna try. Jerry Lee Lewis need to be over there on the CMAs or something like that. Put him over there on the CMAs or the Rockabilly Awards or something. We don't need him. Because Jerry Lee Lewis was a flat out pedo. He was a flat out pedo. And I'm not going to say rest in peace because I don't risk him nothing but just fire around his decrepit bones. Michael was what they called the artist of the decade. He also won artist of the century. He won artist of the decade as per the American Music Awards for the 80s. So that puts all you Prince people kind of over here. Okay, all you Prince people over here. I love Prince, okay? Prince Rogers Nelson, I love him, okay? But Prince wasn't the artist of the decade, nor was he the artist of the century, okay? Just want to let y'all know that. As great as Prince was, 27 instruments that he could play, he did not garner the artist of the decade in the 80s or the artist of the century. Okay. Thank you. So with that being said, if he was the artist of the decade in the 80s and he was the artist of the century at the 29th American Music Awards held January 9th, 2002, how come he couldn't get no love for the 40th anniversary of Thriller? Because right before that American Music Award performance, that's when they did the re-release of Thriller. It released in 82. They released it late 01, gave him the Artist of the Century in 02. And now in 22, it's 40 years old. Why couldn't Chris do the performance? We want to know. We want to know. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. So I just don't get where the disrespect came. I don't know what it's from. He's been an icon winner, lifetime achievement winner, artist of the century, artist of the decade, and Chris Brown just wanted to do a tribute to him. Wasn't no 911 calls to his concerts. Fearless. They had fire trucks, ambulances, police cars, rescue squads, nurses, CNAs, oxygen tanks, everything in Michael's concerts. And Michael hadn't even got to the venue yet. They knew people was going to fall out. They knew people was going to faint. I never heard about nobody dying at a Michael Jackson concert. I never heard about nobody dying at a Michael Jackson concert. However, you look at some of these other artists, I have heard about some ODs. They don't like to bring that up, but a lot of people OD at a lot of these other people's concerts. But we're going to keep it clean and keep it above the belt. They had folks ready for people to faint, to fall out, hyperventilate, premature asthma attackers. I mean, they had it ready because they knew if Michael hit the stage and Michael was going to hit the stage, people was going to fall out. I'm talking about male, female, mamas, daddies, grandmamas, granddaddies. Everybody was falling out. Michael did some things to people. Not the things they tried to say he did, but Michael did some things to people. He changed your whole metabolism. You know what it takes to faint? Do you actually know what it takes to lose consciousness? People were supposed to be there to have a good time. Listen to some live music. They fainted. They fell out from excitement. Oh, I got game. Doesn't matter what your accomplishments are. If you're a freedman, they're going to dish you at the end of the day. That's game. That's game. And y'all know I'm horrible with moderating my own thing. One day when I get somebody that can actually do this, I'm going to do it. I'm going all the way back to the beginning. Just to show that I had some people in here. I know it's only 7 of y'all, but we're going to get all of you up on screen. We're going to get all of you up on screen. Appreciate all the family up in here. Most definitely. You know it, Kiki. Lies and propaganda. I'm horrible at this. That's why I'm going back at 47 minutes in and I'm getting everybody they just do. That's just the way I do. Shout out to Be the Power. Tony D stepping up in this space. Let's do it. But I'm just saying, man, how can they give this man all these awards throughout the years? And when it comes up on the 40th anniversary, that was so true. Michael and Prince, it was Michael Prince. Then they slide in somebody else, play an oldie, and then slide Michael back up in there, slide Prince back up in there. Man, come on, man. It was just, and we loved it. Shutting it down. Just putting it out there. We will not be watching these award shows if you're going to continue to disrespect American freedmen performers, past, present, and future. We've got to put it down and hold our square. This is Shan up in the place on the left coast. Information on the left coast. Tony D down in the dirty, down in Georgia. How's Herschel doing down there, Tony? Boy, I can't tell you how embarrassed I am to have Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock in a dog fight. Because either way, I don't want either one of them dogs. You was right on with this from Fearless. Either way, neither one of them dogs deserve the award, but one of them dogs gonna get the bone. One of them dogs gonna get the bone. Putting all y'all up in here. Because every now and then I can go back and listen and look at the screen. I just like to see the family that came through. Once again, much love and respect to Information Man on his birthday. Nah. Don't nobody want to imitate Elvis? Because then they be imitating about 17 other performers. Shit. Like, who you dancing like? It ain't like that. Oh, you doing the Elvis? No, you're not doing the Elvis. You're not doing the Elvis? Nah. You doing something that Elvis learned. That was game right there. That was game right there. So where we are now and where we're going to go. To be honest with you, I don't even have a pair of Adidas. I thought I did, but I don't. Those were actually like Skechers or something. They look kind of like that little soft shoe that Adidas make, like the Yeezy, but I guess they were Skechers. I was going to burn them. Arthur said, burn all your Adidas and Nike shit. And then I don't have no new pair. I ain't bought a pair of Nikes in a long time. You know, Nikes really ain't really built for wide feet, freedmen. You got to have kind of a narrow foot to get in some Nikes as a grown man. You know, that's why I don't be understanding how fat dudes be putting Jordans on. I be like, look, man, when fat people wear Jordans, for one, I don't like it. Okay? Because you're not playing basketball. Okay? And then they can't lace them all the way up because they got too much cankle. When they got all that cankle and they can't lace them up, then they lace them up like they meant for them to stay open. Nah, you laced them up to the best of your capabilities, bruh. Them cankles wouldn't let you pull that lace over. So you got them struggling, sticking out that way. Yeah, that's why your lace is like that. Stop trying to act like you did something fashionable. You did something functional, Negro. Yeah. That's what you did. Fat people should not wear Air Jordans, especially the high top ones. The high top ones, boy, y'all out of pocket. Y'all out of pocket wearing them Air Jordans. Come on, man. One, you ain't hooping, and two, they all run over. A fat person wear a pair of Air Jordans, and the next time he put them on, he got to put them on like this. I'm going to bring it up just so you can see. That's how fat people have to do. They got to put on their shoes just like this. And then put the other one on just like this. Because they laying over. They laying down on the side, dog. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't fool me. It's a struggle for y'all to put them shoes on. They narrow. They tight. You can't lace them up. What you doing, man? Get you some comfortable shoes, man. Get you some K-Swiss. Get you some Skechers. Get you some nice, good walking shoes. And get to walking. You get them cankles down. Get all that water off them ankles. You'll be able to fit into one of them shoes, maybe. Because you still got a wide foot. Because it's done flattened out from all that weight, all that mass. I'm trying to tell you what I know. I wore a W. I wore a W for years. I lost $2 though. When I lost $2, I can wear a regular shoe now. I can get into that 12M now, 12.5 M now. Yeah. I was straight 12W. And at one point I was a 13W. I had to get it wider and longer. That's just fat. That's just fat. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Tony D. They just blow the hell out of an arch support. Dr. Scholl's be like, shit, nigga, look. He'd be like, look, you don't need Dr. Scholl. Nah, you need a specialist. You need a specialist. You ain't gonna mess up my reputation putting my insoles in your shoes. Nah, you can't use no Dr. Scholl's. Nah, you need Dr. Souls. That's what you need. You need a good sponge, something in there, something. Don't try to go with no Dr. Scholl's and no Jordans. Then your foot gonna be coming up out the shoe. And every 3 steps, you're gonna be slipping up out the shoe. Don't do that. Telling you, Dr. Scholl backing out. Dr. Scholl working on the Freedman shoe. Hey, I see y'all in the chat. Y'all saw my message. I see y'all in the chat. Once we start getting some Freedman clothiers, Freedman shoes, so what do they call it? Cobblers. We need some cobblers, some shoemakers, some cobblers. That's a shoe guy, right? Some haberdashers. We need Freedman clothes. Fuck all these brands, man. Y'all see what I do. Y'all see what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing all these brands, man. I ain't been wearing them for years. You know? Hell, I wore more brands when I was 500 pounds than I wear now. Now that I can buy off direct, baby, I don't even wear this shit now. I squeeze my fat ass up in the Sean Johns and the Rocawares and the Polos and all that shit. I don't give a fuck no more. It don't even matter to me no more. But we need some haberdashers, freedmen, shoemakers, cobblers, freedmen. We need that. I'm telling you, we could close off some ranks. We stop buying that shit. But niggas gonna be niggas. They'll stand in line for J's, but they won't stand in line to go see their parent-teacher conferences. Fucking with me. Yeah. So, let me just put up this. I don't think everybody remember this. Remember when Mike was up there with this? Huh? Remember when Mike was up there with holding that award? He couldn't hold all of them. It was 8 of them that night, y'all. It was 8 of them. 8. He won them all that night. Every time somebody's name got mentioned, it was Mike. He won them all that night. Trying to tell you. So 40 years in, he can't even get a tribute done by Chris Brown? I want to know where the hate comes from. I want to know where the disdain comes from. Yeah. I want to know where it comes from. This is an Aquarian Award show, February 19th, 1974. Ain't that the last day of Aquarian? That's going into that other sign. What is that, Pisces? That's some Pisces shit. There ain't no Aquarian shit, y'all did. Some Pisces shit. Outstanding achievements for American artists. Y'all saluted many people that wasn't American, though. And what I learned about this show, tell you, history and overview. This is what I learned about the show. I don't want the host. The AMAs was created by Dick Clark in 1973 to compete with the Grammy Awards. That's really all I need to go in on. That's all I really need to go in on. The AMAs was created by Dick Clark in 1973 to compete with the Grammy Awards. You also know what Dick Clark tried to compete with? He tried to compete with Soul Train. Now, he already had American Bandstand, but he tried to compete with Soul Train. That meant he was competing with Don Cornelius. He tried to take Don Cornelius out to paint. Soul Train was doing its thing for Black America, for American freedmen, not minorities, not POCs, not Black immigrants, for American freedmen. And Dick Clark comes along and tried to steal the American freedmen audience from Brother Don. Y'all don't understand. When I'm coming at this shit, I'm going to come at a freedman angle. This just ain't no lollygagging up in here. Shit. We're going to speak from a freedman angle. We're going to speak from a freedman perspective. Uh-oh. I don't want to get another copyright strike. Ain't that somebody's name? But this is my freedman perspective, goddamn it. After the move of that year's show to Nashville, Tennessee, led CBS, which has broadcast all Grammy Award shows since then, picking up the Grammy telecast after its first two, 71 and 72 broadcasts were ABC. 2014 American network Telemundo See, they made a deal with Telemundo, but American Music Awards ain't never made a deal with BET. Even though the American Music Awards has been dominated by black artists, but they made a deal with Telemundo. I ain't never seen Menudo win. Selena ain't won nothing in a while. Where's Living La Vida Loca? Huh? J-Lo wins American Music Awards if she wins anything. She don't win nothing on Telemundo. What about Cardi B? Yeah, I'll wait. And they launched the Latin American Music Awards. Huh? Ain't that something? You make a deal with them, but you don't make a deal with us, because they don't make deals with us. They don't make deals with us. But you know, sometimes it's about what it's about, and sometimes it's not about what it's about. But this is what I'm about. Remember when Quincy fucked with Mike? Mike was like, help me, Quincy. Hold some of these awards. Because this ain't the AMAs. This is the Grammys. This is the one that counts. And I'm on their ass, too, because I don't like what they've been doing to black artists either. Not black artists. Freedmen artists. Slipped up. See, that's how y'all can tell I be smoking hemp and not THC. Because if I had been smoking THC probably wouldn't have made me forget. But I wouldn't have been as sharp. See, I'm sharp. Not like Shannon, even though my name is Shannon, but, you know, y'all know what I mean. Remember when Mike wanted Quincy to help him with them awards? Quincy's like, I ain't doing that shit. I did all the work in the studio. You hold that shit. He was fucking with Mike. Mike had all the trophies. He had all the trophies. He had all the AMAs. He had all the Grammys. He had all the Mammas. It is what it is, man. He's the GOAT. And they don't like it that he got away. He is the one that got away. I try to tell people, yeah, it's detrimental of the shit that he did. And as much as he deserves to be on lockdown, R. Kelly's actually paying for what Michael Jackson didn't get. R. Kelly's paying for what O.J. Simpson didn't get. I mean, yeah, he was detrimental. He was absolutely a problem. But Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin who was 13. How much time did Jerry Lee get? Elvis started fucking around with Priscilla when she was 14. How much time did Elvis Aaron Presley get? Now, I'm not saying two wrongs make a right. But all three of them motherfuckers is wrong. And if Michael had been wrong, they would have put him in the same place that they put Bill Cosby. They put Fat Albert in prison, y'all. They put Fat Albert in prison. You hear me? They put Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable in prison, only to have to let him out a couple years later. But yeah, Michael up there with all them damn trophies and shit. He had all the AMAs, but they was all sharp. They big awards, all sharp and shit. He couldn't hold all of them. He'd have got acupunctured and shit. Trying to tell y'all, where I'm at is in a different space. Where American Music Awards are at, there ain't no space with me. They couldn't tell me anything now that they've disrespected. I don't want to hear no apologies. I don't want to hear no excuses, no explanations, other than the fact that I just want to know. I just want to know why they turned Chris Brown down. I could have seen it like say the Jacksons wanted to be up there and perform. And I know Jermaine, you know, I know he don't really perform with him no more. I really wish Jermaine would come back, because I have not seen the Jackson show since Mike's been gone. Who sings the lead vocals? Who sings Michael's parts when the Jacksons perform? It's just Tito and Marlon and Jackie. Who's singing Michael's parts? I've wanted to know that, and I don't know nobody that's ever went to one of their concerts. It's only 3 of them up on stage. Jermaine ain't performing with them. I don't even think Randy performs with them. Because Randy and Jermaine can't perform on the same stage. Because Jermaine took Randy's woman and had kids with her. So they'd be like the 5 Heartbeats up there fighting on stage and shit. So Jermaine stays away, him and his hairline, and Randy, he been angry though. Randy been angry all his whole life. You know, Randy ain't been right since that motorcycle accident way back in the day. He ain't never been right. So it's just Marlon and Tito and Jackie. Who sings Mike's parts? Who sings them? I mean, do they got a hologram of Mike singing and then they come in with the background vocals? Because can't nobody sing Mike's parts. It is, Fearless. Can't nobody sing Mike's parts. Who's singing Mike's parts? I just want to know. I just want to know. But what I really want to know is why this rehearsal didn't turn into a performance. But I don't really want to know the report on it again, because after I'm done with this, I'm on to some other shit. I've been getting text messages for some other shit I had going on before I got here today. Ba, 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 ba. Here we go. No, you're going to stay there. Okay, so here we go. Here's how he's on some dumb shit. I'm gonna leave him alone. Let me go ahead and hold on a sec. Just hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I got comical shit going on in my phone, so I'm about to share a joke with a friend. Sorry, I'm being negligent, but like I said, it's just family in here. There we go. Jermaine and Randy's sons are cousins and half brothers. Absolutely. Oh, Marlon sing? Marlon can't sing like that. Riri? Marlon can't sing, Michael. Marlon couldn't even get the dance moves down good when they was young. I sure hope Marlon ain't up there moonwalking. Marlon's too short to moonwalk like that. Yeah, Jermaine and Randy's sons are cousins and half brothers. Sad shit, dog. Sad. I mean, when they greet each other, what do they say? What up, cuz? What up, bro? I mean, what do you say? I mean, yeah. What up, cuz? What up, bro? Jermaine is a motherfucker, boy. I talk about that hairline, but Jermaine can pull him. Jermaine been pulling them since day one when he got Hazel Gordy. He got Hazel Gordy back in the day. Jermaine been pulling them since day one, and he wasn't even the number 1 guy. He was the number 2 guy. And Jermaine been pulling them since day one. But nah, in all seriousness, it's just disrespectful. It really is. It's disrespectful for them to continue to do this to American freedmen, entertainers, athletes, notables. We give so much of ourselves, and I'm saying this as a collective. Y'all know I speak from the collective. I don't speak from as if I got up on a stage and did anything close to Michael Jackson. See, that's where I'm in this heated debate with a nobody right now. I mean, I'm a nobody, but he's really a nobody. And he's calling me a nobody, but he has no stats. Well, actually, he does have stats, and they're just not very good. And I think that's why he's unhappy, because I disclosed his stats of not being very good. Anyway, but when we're disrespected out here in this sphere, it shows you that, and I've said this before, we took too much into being integrated into this society. We were doing just fine with ourselves by ourselves, but we couldn't get to the next level unless we did get incorporated by being integrated. But the people that led us into integration, they didn't want power. They went to seize positions and not power. They went to seize equality and not equity. I don't give a shit if I'm equal to this broke motherfucker over here or this broke motherfucker over here. Or I really don't care when you're letting somebody come into this country and give them more than you give me. I'm sorry, not give me what's owed to me. That's the way I feel about that. Because, see, I'm in a space where I don't expect nobody to do nothing more for me that's been done for anybody else if I deserve it. If I deserve it, give me mine. I can't fight for them because I don't know their struggle. But you know my struggle. Hell, they know my struggle. But for you to look over me and give somebody else what's owed to me, hell no. Hell no. That's what I don't like. That's what I can't deal with. That's where my jaws get real tight. When you go give somebody who ain't even supposed to be here. I already told you, I'm Deborah Cox and everybody. How did you get here? I mean, I probably know they swam here, but your ass ain't supposed to be here. But nah, the government says I can be here. They put me up in this 3, 4, 5-star hotel. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Democrats, something else, y'all. Something else. Something else. They say they got 11 million up on the soil, which probably means about 15, 16 million. You know, they always gonna knock that number down. They couldn't get it up under 10. So they put it at 11. Yeah, that means about 15 to 17 million illegals. Where you gonna put motherfuckers who ain't supposed to be here when you ain't got no place to put the people that are supposed to be here? I said I was gonna keep it light. I lied. I clickbaited y'all. Sorry. I'm gonna speak from a Freedman perspective, and if it gets there, it gets there. Deborah ain't Freedman either? Now I gotta find another song. Damn. Has a Freedman remade the song? Shanna, you and your stats having ass? Damn. What is Deborah? Shit. I thought she was a Freedman. Was she Canadian? Damn. Anybody make that song? Please tell me somebody remade that song that was a Freedman. Damn. Bookworm ass. And an Aquarian. When you got a bookworm and an Aquarian in your chat room, you already know the facts coming. Facts, en route, buffering. Damn. Hopefully somebody remade that song. Maybe we can get Chris Brown to remake that song. Maybe we can get Chris to make it. Shit. What? See, y'all, now I gotta find something else to smoke. Now y'all really about to make me upset. That was supposed to be Patty's Jam? Fearless, you already know where I'm at with that. One of the greatest songwriters and producers of all time. Freedman. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we already know what happened right there then. Well, I've been finding out so much stuff about Clive and Lear Cohen and all these cats. Boy, it's getting crazy out here for Freedman in the music industry. Well, it's been crazy. A lot of stuff's just coming up to the surface. Patty should have had that jam. She'd have tore that down. I thought Deborah did a pretty good job of it, but Patty singing that song, oh man, that would have been dynamite. That would have been dynamite for real. Well, I tell you, I've said pretty much what I can say on this. And before I get to my closing remarks, because I got some closing remarks and I'm going to take y'all out of here. She turned it down. Oh, you know what? Patty was on a rise at that time, I think. Patty had a lot of stuff going. And she was probably like, I'll get at somebody else, yep. I bet you Patty had some hits right around that time. Patty probably had some hits right around that time. And she probably was like, boom. Yeah, go ahead and get that to the little girl. You know, she's trying to make her way up. Now I'm sitting here regretting it because damn. I mean, good music is good music. It's still a good song. She just ain't a Freedman. Hopefully Deborah ain't never said nothing greasy against Freedman, so I ain't got to stop singing the song altogether. Well, whatever I do, I don't know if you really call it singing or not. Damn. I'm kind of upset about that, y'all. I'm kind of upset. I love this. I love this Freedman love up in the chat. Because although I'm talking about disrespect, although I'm talking about insulted, although I'm talking about a lot of stuff, we still handling that Freedman business in the chat. The left coast out there doing their thing with Cali, CJEC, Task Force, reparations, all that. Even though we can be in here and really have a good build going on some other shit, we still on this shit. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. So, I've been looking some things up. I've been into my words and everything, y'all, you know. And I've humbled myself for so long just so I could stay who I really was, because I'm not an egotistical motherfucker. You know, I mean, I know when I'm good at some shit. Absolutely. I know when I'm right on it. But I never tried to come at it from an egotistical side. See, a lot of people like stats. They like to build their stats up. And I've been talking about a motherfucker who's got horrible stats, but he says, oh, those aren't the real stats. Well, I'm going to find out what the real stats are. And he better hope. He better hope, because right now he's 28 games below 500. So he better hope them 28 games that he can get above 500 gives him some respectability with me, because right now he ain't got no respectability with me. But that's okay. I digress. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but you will. I'm banned on my government name page. I'll be back on there tomorrow. So when I start cooking somebody and I'm talking about football and baseball, come on into the Freedman room, because I'm going to be bringing it from a Freedman perspective. He light-skinned it. I don't even know if he's a Freedman. He could be Caribbean. I don't know what he is, but he real light-skinned it. And he got light-skinned vibes going on. And he was a hater from day one. So I'm going to have to cook his ass and his little buddy, who's not, I know he's a Freedman. I know he's a Freedman because I know his daddy. So I know he a Freedman. And he, one real light and one dark. So I'm going to cook both their ass slow. Put them in the slow cooker tomorrow. So anyways, as we work our way through this disrespect, I was looking at some words, okay? I was looking at some words. And the first word I was looking up, it's not that one, it's this one, okay? Cook. Y'all know I do my culinary thing, right? Oh, let me get this high chat. Hold on a second. You know I'm silly, Ree. So I looked up the definition of a cook. Not that I didn't know what a cook was, but I had to put it in perspective. I had to put it in the proper context. You know, the new term now is we're going to cook. We're going to cook up in here. We cooking. Ain't got shit to do with a stove. Ain't got shit to do with no fire. Ain't got shit to do with no electricity. No, nothing. The cooking we talking about is you look at those synonyms there. Prepare, to make, to get, to put together, to rustle up. I like that one. Okay, to manipulate, to forge, to alter. We definitely don't want to talk about falsifying, because I ain't falsifying shit. I'm not misrepresenting shit. Okay? So that's what people start talking about when they're cooking. And all due respect, there's a lot of cooks out here in this social media sphere. A lot of cooks. But you know what? I'm not no motherfucking cook. Okay? I'm not no cook. I'm a chef. Okay? I'm a professional. Okay? That's what I am. I'm a professional. I'm a chef. And when I talk about shit, I talk from a different perspective than a lot of people talk from. That's why I always give reverence to people like BTP, people like Information Man. That's why I always give it up to Sister Reese, Sister Shanna. When they come in with the shit, with the sources, Fearless comes in with the ism, I can give reverence. I can edify. Because a chef don't cook everything. He got a pastry chef. He got a saucier. He got a common chef. He got everybody. Sous chef. You got a team. That's what a chef has. But when you a cook, you be in that bitch by yourself. You doing everything. But see, I don't have to do everything. Most definitely. All you got to do is send the invite out, baby. If I got the time, you know what? The mic is here. We here now. We ain't just in the car no more. We here now. Okay? Got me up here looking like crackhead smoking on a joint or road. Because I don't want to get up and go get some. Let me see. I got something in here. Uh-oh. There we go. I had that spare. I forgot I had that spare. So this is where I come from now. I don't come from a cook's perspective. Although I might get in there and get to cooking, I'm a chef. I ain't nobody's cook. I'm a chef. I'm a professional. And sometimes I have to do it all on my own. And that's why I'm called One Man Shan. Y'all do see what I had to put up today. One Man Shan had to come back out. I'm still an American Freedman. I'm still Freedman Shannon. Absolutely. This is still Freedman Media. But I done had to break out One Man Shan again because One Man Shan is a one-man band. But you know what? It ain't because I won't work with others. I just ain't found folks to work with. I've tried. They've lied, then died. Nigga, here now. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just because somebody don't come holler at me, don't mean I got to stop talking. It's got to stop bringing that game, that straight game, that maize and blue game, that go blue game. I got to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Shout out to my girl, Ray. She been putting up with all my mood swings. Maybe I'm going through menopause. I don't know. But she been putting up with all my mood swings and shit. And I get it. I got a lot on my mind. A lot is happening with my family. My baby going to be home. I probably won't see her today. I'm going to let him get a good night's sleep because when I hug him tomorrow, I'm going to squeeze the energy out of him. So I need to have good energy. She's coming back from Arizona, my baby and my grandson that I've never seen before. Oh, my goodness. My son-in-law. I got to hug him. I got to hug him first just because he taking care of my baby and my grandbaby. Not a slight on my baby, but I'm thankful that he's in her life the way he's in her life. Thanks, sis. Appreciate you. So my mood swing's been, but we back. We here now. We here now. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do is I want to close this out because somehow y'all's boy, Riri, Ali, Naheem, shit. I know you done defected, but it's y'all boy. This motherfucker done reared his fat, juicy head again. You hear me? I'm hot. I'm hot. Rest in power to that young brother who lost his life. From what I'm hearing, he did not deserve to be shot and killed. That's what I know. I'm not here to report on that. I haven't done a cast on it. Won't do a cast on it. His family didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. So let's move on from there. But this shit right here, fat ass Joseph Cartagena, Gordo Jose, here he go again, disrespecting the freedmen. Disrespecting the freedmen. Can y'all even see the bottom of that? I don't like the way this is queued up to where I have to take this off. Let me take this banner off. Hide that one. There it is. Takeoff's impact on hip hop was as big as Run DMC's. Now, I'm sorry. Takeoff's impact on hip hop as big as Run DMC's? Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, what are we talking about here? Are we really going to go here, Fatty, Gordo Jose, Joe, we can see the crack of your ass? Are we really going to go here? You're now going to say that because this young man lost his life, an untimely death, from what I know, an untimely death. At 28 years old, I'd have to say it's untimely. I've almost got him doubled up. So I'd have to say it's untimely. It would have been untimely if I would have died at 28. That would have been catastrophic. I had to put him on New York. Riri. She's like, let me get this out here first. First things first. I had to put it out there. What does he mean here? I mean, what is he talking about here? I don't get it. Takeoff's impact on hip hop was as big as Run DMC's. Okay. Few of y'all follow some of my Facebook and Freedman Media posts on Instagram. So you've probably seen over the last few weeks, I was going to high school volleyball games. And during the intermissions, they like to play old school songs at some of the venues, mostly white schools. Some of the schools were all white schools. And the one thing that I noticed, the whiter the school, the blacker the music. And they'd play Michael. I think we heard Prince. But you know who I really heard? I heard Run DMC. I never heard Migos. I never heard Quavo. I never heard Offsite. I never heard Takeoff. But I did hear Run DMC at an all-white school. At an all-white school. All white. I was traveling with a team that only had one black player. I was there to see her. Her daddy's a freedman. So, in the whole crowd, 2 freedmen, me and G. Everybody else, Caucasians or whatever. Yeah. The number 1 volleyball player in the country is in this town. Guess what? She's a freedman. I knew her daddy. He was a cop. He stopped me too. He dead now. Rest in peace, Veda. He was kind of an asshole when he was living. We didn't really like him because, you know, he was big shit on campus and shit. And then when he became a cop and he knew who I was and he still gave me a ticket, I was like, fuck it. I didn't have a positive word to say about him until he died, and then I did a rest in peace for him. But yeah, the number 1 volleyball player in the country is here. And she's going to the number 1 volleyball program in Nebraska. And her sister's at Michigan, and I guess she was the number 1 volleyball player. Something about them freedmen. Yeah. It's just something about them freedmen. Now, this is not as disrespectful as saying that Latinos and Caribbean motherfuckers created hip hop. But it's number 2. Oh, yeah, it's number 2. Number 1 is totally taken up from Gordo Jose and Trevor Smith, a.k.a. Buster Hard ER Rhymes. Buster Hard ER. He's no longer Busta. He's Buster Hard ER Rhymes. Yeah, when they came out there with that fuck shit, we was done. I don't want to see nothing else Buster's in. I don't want to listen to none of his old records. Nothing. I've never been a Fat Joe fan. He did that one Lean Back song, and it had a remix that had everybody rapping on it. I listened to that, but I don't listen to fucking Joe Crack. I didn't listen to that bullshit for. Sister Yvette, how you doing today? We are about an hour and a half in. You're going to have to go catch the playback if you just now getting here, Sister Yvette. But I appreciate you being here nonetheless. You never late to any of my cast. Just go listen to that playback. Appreciate you. So, oh, he's still talking. Jeez. Why is he still talking? Some people, and it's so funny because he a hall monitor at the school, and he been talking to me all day. Them kids must be running wild today, boy. Go catch a kid smoking in the bathroom, nigga. Go crawl out between the cars and shit. Some kids probably out there fornicating in the parking lot. Go do something. Go do your job, nigga. I'm doing mine. You go do yours. Leave me alone. You say I'm a has-been. You say I'm a clown. You say nobody's listening to me, but you done carried on a conversation with me all goddamn day. I must be somebody. He light-skinned it. He don't understand. He started with the wrong motherfucker. You better go find some W's for your baseball team and go find me some black players. Freedman. Fucking with me. Let's get back to Fat Joe. Fat Joe, I know he's cooning, and I know he's caping, and it's all good. Coon and cape. But why would you disrespect Run DMC? What made him say this? I mean, if Fat Joe would have said Takeoff's impact on hip-hop was as big as MC Shan, okay, was as big as Kwame. Okay. But he said Run DMC. Yeah, and go get a tan. Sister Riri said, go darken up. Put some coconut oil on you, boy, and walk outside. Shit. Only light-skinned people do this shit. I'm telling you, people with the proper amount of melanin in their skin, they don't keep going back and forth with me. He should have understood who I was after the first time I said some shit. I'm not using a whole bunch of big words, not insulting them, just you come in hot, dog. You came in hot and light-skinned it. You already got 2 strikes against you. And what I tell y'all, fam, everybody coming in with 2 strikes. Everybody coming in with 2 strikes. What's good? OG Classic in the room. Got some more old Haps family in here. OG, scroll up. Information Man up in here. Tony D up in here. Putting the band back together. So yeah, man, I couldn't even believe this shit. I couldn't even believe this shit. He said, motherfucking Run DMC. Migos got a movie made after them. Migos got a hit with Aerosmith. I don't think so. Is Migos the most influential, most mocked? I mean, back in the day, 2 MCs and a DJ, that was your setup. I mean, everybody wasn't a group like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. It was generally 2 MCs and a DJ, or 1 MC and a DJ. Migos got 3, and somebody got a tape deck back there, and they press and play. Migos ain't got nobody like Jam Master Jay. Ain't nobody fucking with them wheels of steel like Jason Mizell. And ain't nobody got that Friedman flow like Joseph Simmons and Daryl McDaniel. The fuck is wrong with Fat Joe? So I say somebody on a tape deck, OG Classic Jones, somebody pressing play. They got, oh shit, you know what? For the culture, they got rap chips. They do got their own potato chips. Who makes them potato chips? Master P? I bet you Master P make them potato chips. Yeah. Starting to think Fat Joe had some sort of mental illness. Yeah. He's got cellulitis. All that fat that he lost or got sucked out of his body done went to his brain. Wait a minute. Fuck Yeezys. Adidas got with Run DMC before they got with Kanye. Huh? If they want to talk about Adidas, you can't talk about Adidas unless you talk about Run DMC. So these young motherfuckers don't understand that. No shoestrings in them. I did not win them. Motherfucker. He just fat. And I don't like him. You know when a fat person don't like another fat person, that's some real hate. We supposed to have a brotherhood. We supposed to be bros out here. Well, hermanos. Motherfucker. Shit. I don't get anybody that would say anything blasphemous like this. I just don't get it. Impact on hip hop as big as Run DMC's. Are you fucking crazy? I don't know who makes the Dobbs hat. I don't know if the Dobbs company is a Friedman-owned company, but those hats rose in sales in the mid-'80s all the way through the 90s. to where they start wearing the Godfather, start wearing that Michael Corleone. Riri, you might as well just copy and paste your shit. You've had to say this the whole show. They hate us. They jealous of us. I mean, Fat Joe is a tool. He is a tool to even go out here on. But see, what he's trying to do, he's trying to put himself in place because hip hop is about to celebrate its 50th anniversary. So Fat Joe is about to put himself in place. That's why I'm hoping that all the hip hop artists that are still around, the old schoolers, come in and squeeze his fat ass out. I know they so busy on these old school tours, they're going to need to slow it down. And I need all them original OG New York artists to come back home. Don't let Fat Joe and Buster with the hard ER rhymes take over the 50th anniversary of hip hop. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. People don't get how much of this world of music that has stolen from hip hop, from the actual genre itself, to every other musical platform, all the way to country music. We got two types of music, country and Western. Country artists even bust rhymes in their music. Country artists. Everybody raps in this shit. I just seen somebody put a IG up last night. Was that in the group? And they showed the Asian girls at their wedding reception, and they was singing. She was flowing, and she was flowing in whatever knees, you know. I didn't know if it was Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese. It was something knees that she was doing it in their language. Absolutely. A hip hop. Don't stop. MC Brooks and Dunn. So when people say things like this, I have to actually get my take on it before everybody else jumps in on it. Because everybody else they're gonna try to go so deep with this. Ain't nothing deep about this shit. He just said something else disrespectful towards legends. Just like he said that Latinos and Caribbean motherfuckers created hip hop. This doesn't take over for that. This is just the number two. Run DMC. Now Run DMC ain't shit. In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they ain't shit. Done had movies, TV shows, clothing lines, but they ain't shit. Take off way better than him. Take off way better than him. What? You fucking crazy? What's wrong with Joe? I don't know. I have a problem with it. If he'd have stayed fat, though, he'd be more humble. Joe's gotten way cockier since he's lost all the weight. Telling you. People probably say that about me, but I didn't get cockier. I've always been this. I can just do it a lot longer. I ain't breathing heavy, sitting still. I ain't sweating and shit, not moving. So I can just do it longer. Out of pocket. Out of pocket. I want to see what the backlash in the world of hip hop's going to be. I want to see, will a Melly Mel step up? I don't need Run DMC to say something because it's personal, but I need to see everybody around Run DMC. Hell, I want to see if Rick Rubin going to say something. I want to see if Lear Cohen's going to say something. I have a feeling Russell going to say something from a yoga stance. I think they're gonna catch. I think they're gonna catch. I gotta catch Russell's next few yoga sessions because you know yoga. He gonna go live. Russell gonna go. They say he just lost to Kimura, but I think it was like $100,000. Russell ain't worried about that $100,000. Russell does yoga in a hut. I think Russell's okay. He does yoga in a hut every day. I think Russell's okay. But I want to see what Russell's take on this is, because you know Russell's done put a lot of artists in the paint. But his baby is still Run DMC. His baby is still Run DMC. It's so crazy, Ree. They quiet on this. And I think he just said it before the award show last night. I believe so. Could have been a couple days ago. I try to find out. I can't remember where I got that image from. But when I saw it, I just had to screenshot it and crop. I'd be on my shit and I'd be like, shot and crop. I'm a one-man band. That's why I'm one-man Shan. Y'all got to understand. This is where I'm at with it. I'll go get the info, see the info, eat the info, and then I spit the info. Friedman style. Always from a Friedman perspective. This fat nigga. I mean, that's just disrespectful, dog. Takeoff. Really? You couldn't have done something better than that. Who else was kind of like a mid-level artist back in the 80s and 90s that he could have said, like, hey, Takeoff's impact inside of a group was as big as I ain't even putting him on that. They ain't good as Tribe Called Quest. De La Soul? No, hell no. They don't even get De La Soul. What group out? See? You're just rude, okay? Yvette, you're just rude. I'm trying to give him some credit. You said nobody. Nobody. She said nobody. There can't be nothing. Nothing. They're not anybody. Truthfully, you're probably right. You are probably right that they don't compare to any of our legends. That they don't compare to the people that we came up listening to. They probably don't compare. So I need to stop even trying to be nice. See, now y'all just getting rude. Now y'all just getting rude. But I tell you, all I'm going to do is keep banging out here. From the Friedman perspective, I'm telling you, it's all I got. It's all I know. Okay? It's all I know. If I knew something else, then I'd do something else. But I don't know nothing else. Okay? So I'm just trying to be. I'm trying to have this battery not go out on me like this. Hold on a sec. I gotta get ready to go out properly. There we go. We're gonna go out properly. But I appreciate the fam checking in with me today. Wait a minute. We got a couple more candidates. Migos is a mumble rap to compare. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you think of mumble rap, Moms Mabley, Pigmeat Markham. I mean, that was our original mumble rappers. That was just because they didn't have all their fronts. The Boogie Boys or some shit. Mid-levels. I mean, I'm serious, and I'm trying to be respectful with it. I'm not trying to say that they ain't worth a shit. Because Migos is obviously worth something to somebody. But they're definitely nowhere near being on the level of Joseph Simmons, Daryl McDaniel, and Jason Mizell. They're just not. Here's this. put me up against any young Migos motherfucker and let me see if they know those motherfuckers' real names. See, back in the day, we knew the stage name and we knew their government name because they put that shit in the record. Don't nobody know Quavo's real name. Don't nobody know Set It Off's real name or Take It Off, Set It Off. What his name? I don't even know his stage name. Now Take Off. I know his name because they've been saying it a lot, and he's got kind of a long name. But we knew their real names and their stage names. That's okay. They're trying to act like this shit is so new. This ain't new. It's just recycled. That's how you do disrespect. You recycle it. Well, since that's what they want to do, and that's what they're going to do, okay. Nigga here now. I'm on it. Y'all be good. I'll holler at you soon. Uh-oh, what'd you say there?
This revolution is filled with so many ironies, really. First, you tell us that it is manly to keep your word, right? If you are a man, you keep your word. And now all of the
Look, man, I'm tired of you.
People in the whole world are demanding is that you keep your word. You told us we were free. Well, then show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well, then stick to your word and let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man. You're
3-4 at a time. Easy.
Right to give us equal status.
I hope Forrest Gump don't ever listen to Migos. Because they say he had an under 75 IQ. And he became a billionaire. But he'd be plumb dumb if he listened to Migos. He better not ever listen to Migos mowing that lawn. One love, family. Peace.